All right, so I didn't show the beginning of this process due to the fact that I didn't plan on making a video, but decided I'd go ahead and do that for anyone who wants to learn how to do this. It's pretty simple. So what we're making or building is a wood burning fire pit or stove for my workshop. Started with these two 100-pound propane tanks. They're probably about 50 years old, maybe even older. But I'll show you how I got the valves off really quick. It's pretty simple. These were a lot easier on this type here. They probably don't have this design anymore. But what I did was shove a crowbar through here, and I just took a chisel and knocked the valve loose. All right, so I cut the top piece off. I should mention before you go cutting on these, what I do and what a few others do, you fill these up with water to the brim to push out any excess gas in the tank. What I do actually, I flip these over the night before, after I get the valve knocked off and everything. I flip them over, let them sit overnight. Gas is heavier than the air, so hopefully some of the gas will escape through the bottom, and then I fill it up full of water, and then they should be safe to cut on. And again, I say should be because you just never know. So always use protection and just be smart about what you're doing. So I'm doing this away from everything, from the shop, from vehicles and everything else. Okay, so you want something that's going to be a snug fit. And there's different types of, there we go. Sorry. There's different types of ducts you can get like this. It's the dual wall duct. So I'm going to shove it in there, and then I left a little lip on here to help keep smoke from escaping around the crack here. And then what I'm going to do to seal this, I have some high temp silicone that I'll probably put in here to help make a gasket. But yeah, so that's the top of the chimney there, or the bottom of the chimney I should say, top of the stove. So that's it. Now all I have to do is make two doors. You're gonna have the firebox here, and then on the bottom you have another smaller door to clean out the ashes, and then in the middle here we'll have a shelf. I'll probably go a little bit above that weld there, just to keep some material there around that weld so it don't break. I don't think it will, but who knows. But yeah, that worked out perfect. I don't think every 100-pound propane tank is created equally. I'm lucky that this just worked perfect for me. So yeah, move on to the next step, cutting the doors. All right, so I'm doing this. I got a marker, cardboard, marker, scissors, straight edge, and some tape. Masking tape probably be better, but I couldn't find any. So what I'm going to do is cut out the size door that I want. Cut the door out of my sacrificial tank, and then cut the cardboard down about 1 inch all the way around. Cut the hole out, and then use that same piece of cardboard to cut the door out for the bottom, the sacrificial tank, and then cut the cardboard down about 1 inch all the way around, and cut the hole out. So that's what we're doing here. I'll get back to you when I'm done doing that. Got this cardboard, and I cut it out the size of the door that I wanted. Okay. And then over here, I cut 1 inch off the diameter of the cardboard, and then I put the opening of the door here, so the hole of the door here, and then I kept that same size for this bottom door. So the bottom door, and if you wanted to, you could keep the same size, top and bottom, if you wanted to. But this is the way that I wanted to do it. So the bottom door is the same size as this opening over here, and then I marked that off there, and then I cut an inch off of the cardboard again, and then that is the door opening, the hole on this side. And the reason why, I think I said this before, you want the door larger than the opening, and that will help control the smoke from exiting the stove. So, and I try my best to get it in the middle here to make it look decent. I mean, it's just an old propane tank stove. It doesn't really matter what it looks like, as long as it's functional and it doesn't leak smoke into the shop. All right, guys, so my grinder crapped out on me, but so because of that, I just went searching through some old junk that I've had laying around. Well, actually, I didn't have laying around. It's my grandfather's junk, stuff he's had laying around. So I found this old 4-inch tube, still double wall chimney piping. It's 4-inch. Wish I'd known that. I would have got me a 4-inch piece here, but I think I might just get an adapter from 3 to 4-inch, because this just fits so well. But this fits so well, I'll probably just adapt it up. And I'm waiting for my wife to bring me the new grinder and some cut-off wheels to finish this up. But I found this old trailer rim, and it's close to the same circumference as the propane tank. So I'm going to hopefully use this part. We'll cut this off here. And that will be our shelf for the firebox. Right here. So I'll probably put it about right here. Somewhere in that area. Well, the scenery has changed a lot since yesterday. What about 4 inches of snow, roughly? 3-4 inches, something like that. My morning started off with getting this driveway graded off. Tractor had a flat, but it is what it is. Old Harbor Freight there saved the day. Anyways, didn't get this done faster, or didn't get this done fast enough, I guess, before the snow came. But so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this finished today. So what we have left, we got to cut that out, and then cut those out on that tank. And all right, guys, so I got done cutting up this wheel. We got our propane tank here cut up. These are the door openings. Those are the doors. Cut off the sacrificial tank. There is the rim. So we still need to clean a lot of this stuff up. So what I did was I put these bolts in. I just drilled a couple holes. Just enough to where these would thread in, and the metal is, sorry, and the metal is thin enough to where I have to tap any of these. They just kind of threaded it in on their own. And the reason I had to do that is because the rim literally just fits in here. I wish I would have kept a little bit more on there. I would have caught this lip right here, would have been perfect. I actually wanted it to sit a little bit lower in here anyways. But yeah, so I put these bolts in here. I'm gonna put some nuts on them to run these heads tight. against the outside of the tank here. But yeah, so we'll see how well this rim we cut off here sits here. Like that. So that's what we got there. That's our firebox there. This is our ash pit here. So yeah, it's in there pretty snug. And then I'll show the doors on the stove here. So there's the doors there, right there. So it's like a perfect seal all the way around this tank here. So. All right, so we got the door, the top door on for the firebox. That's what we got. Just a couple cheap hinges. Pretty simple. And now we have to design some type of latch. There we are. So that's what we got. Found this from the little bed frame. These little hooks. That'd be perfect for not like this. The hooks for the door catch there. So yeah, I'm gonna cut them off and see if I can make something to work on those, or see if I can make something to work on there on the door catch. All right guys, so here we go. This is what we got so far. This is that hook from the bed frame, and then we made this arm here. We have, this is how this is set up: bolt through, nut. There's a nut there, 2 washers, and that will allow us to spin freely. And we're gonna do here to keep this from backing out. I'll show you kind of a little trick my grandpa showed me. Old man trick, old timer trick. Because these aren't lock washers, that heat may, and I don't plan on taking this apart, that heat may have this back off here. So what I'm gonna do is mess up the threads on this bolt here, and if I ever do need to get it off, I'll just cut it. So this will keep that nut from backing all the way out. Back it all the way off. And just mar the hell out of this. And so I put a little notch here on our lever, and I made it to where it's slightly at an angle, and even the notches have a slight angle to it. I don't know if you can tell. The reason being is, okay, so watch this door, we'll pull that door tight. So there's no door like that. So that's what we got so far, and then we're gonna do the bottom one same way. This one here, same deal. I'm gonna put little tick marks here so we can control. We gotta bend this a little bit more, but yeah, that's how it works. And after I get these done, I'm going to pull this outside, put a fire in it, burn all this old paint off, and then we just gotta work on the chimney part. So yeah. All right guys, so here we go, finished stove before paint, of course. I don't know if I'm gonna take these corners and kind of round them off or not. I don't really care. Like I said, it's just a stove for the little shop I got. Here's a little thing I had to do. I had to stack these washers here to get that hinge right, and I flipped the washers, or the hinge backwards. So help just get a tighter fit on the door. But yeah, so I'm gonna start a fire and burn all this old paint off, so we're not getting fumes into the shop whenever we go for our first blaze in the shop there. But this is a nice tight fit, so this is not going nowhere. So there we go. Let's help control the flame. Yeah, so I'll build a fire in here. You can tell it's burning the paint off from the discoloration. Yeah, I can burn that. All right, so finally got that paint to start coming up. Need a wire brush, it looks like. Have one somewhere, but misplaced it. Okay, so had to run to Home Depot, got some parts for the stove pipe. Remember, I found this old guy in the barn. And then I got this adapter. I don't think I can get it out of there now. Wish I would have showed you guys before I put it in. But it's for a 3-inch to 4-inch adapter. Maybe I'll find a picture of it online and I'll put it in here somewhere for you guys to see what that adapter looks like. But it works very well. It's very snug fit on both sides. Now what I'm doing now is I cut a hole here, or what I'm doing now is cutting a hole here. And all I did was pretty simple and straightforward. And I'm only guessing and judging how far I want this away from the wall. It's about 1.5 feet away from the wall. So yeah, I'm gonna cut that hole out and just kind of stage everything here where I want it. And then I also have a piece of sheet metal to go on this wooden wall here to help deflect some of the heat. So do that and show you guys what that looks like. All right, so I have cut a hole in my roof. It's not very square, but it'll work. And that's for this piece here. And we'll screw this flat part in and the silicone underneath to help keep it from leaking. So let's move this junk here and get everything set up and see what it looks like. Sorry, it's so dark in here. It's raining outside. I don't have a light or electric to the box yet, but this is what we got. So I have an adapter from 3 to 4 inches about through the ceiling. I just put that 204 up there for storage, but so yeah, cardboard there. I'm gonna get ready to paint it here soon, but this is what we got. It doesn't really take up that much space. That's one reason why I wanted this this type of stove in here. So don't lose that much space. It's not that big to begin with. I just put this box here from an old box truck. I gotta put doors on it still, so it's all a work in progress. And yeah, it actually came off of an old truck right there. The box did. I love that truck. It gets thumbs up everywhere it goes. But yeah, everything here on my property is a work in progress. It's like I have one project after another. So what we're gonna do is silicone, just a gob of it all the way around, and then we're gonna fasten this down with some metal sheet screws, and then we should be good. Oh, then we got this part here. I'll probably put a bead of silicone around the top here to help keep water out. All right, so we put this hat down, siliconed all the sheet metal screws and all the way around the hat itself, and we put a bead of silicone around underneath here. And then here I have that high temp gasket maker I put around this part here, because this is of course going to get hot. And then we have our hat we need to pull down, and then I'm gonna put a bead of that high temp gasket maker around here. So that'll do it. That's every piece of the stovepipe put in place, except for I was thinking about putting a hat on here, but I don't know about doing that right now. But yeah, that's should be good enough. Keep all the water out. All right, so the stove's doing all right. A little fire in there. It's out a lot of heat. Cleaned up my mess over here. So yeah. So I'm gonna close this up, and this is it for this video.